guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now I look like crap. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I actually look like death. So that's great. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using a bunch of new drugstore products. I went to the drugstore and picked up a bunch of new products that came out. I got mostly all the stuff that I saw on like the new displays, or like at least what appealed to me the most. There was like some other things that have just come out and I just don't really care for them. But I picked up most of the stuff that you guys requested. I asked you guys on Twitter and on Snapchat what you guys wanted me to pick up, and you guys gave me a list of things. It took me a couple trips to get everything, but I ended up getting most of what I wanted to pick up. So yeah, I also wanted to mention that I already did my brows on camera because I couldn't find any new brow products other than I think Maybelline came out with something new, but it just didn't look like something that I would personally like or use, so I didn't pick it up. But I always recommend the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. It's my favorite brow pencil ever. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I didn't pick up an eye primer. I thought about that afterwards, but I did pick up this new NYX Lid Lingerie palette. I swatched it in the NYX store and it seemed really nice. It had really good pigmentation. It felt buttery. So yeah, really excited to try that. Since I didn't pick up a eye primer, I think Maybelline just came out with a new one, but I couldn't find it. I'm gonna use one of my drugstore primers that I already have. This is the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. This one is pretty good. It reminds me a lot of the MAC 24-Hour Extend Eye Base. This is a really good drugstore primer if you don't have one already. This isn't new. It came out a few months ago. I'm gonna take the palette, and it's pretty bulky, like it's a little bulky, it's kind of thick, but I'm actually going to take this cream shade right here and just set my eye primer with that, just so I have an even base to kind of blend everything out. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. That I have kind of set that eye primer, I'm going to take this color right here. It's like a nice kind of neutral transition color. If I'm not mistaken, I think this palette was $10, but I can't really remember. Drugstore makeup's expensive, alright? I mean, $10 isn't that expensive, but like for drugstore makeup it is. So I'm just going to take that shade and I'm just going to put that in my crease as a transition color. And so far it's blending out really nicely. I've never used any NYX palettes, I don't think. Like eyeshadow palettes. I've only used their prismatic shadows, so I'm really impressed so far. So this is actually a really pretty color. I don't know if you can really see it that much on camera, but it's a really pretty like neutral color. If I was just going out of the house and just needed to go to the store or something, I would definitely just throw this all over my eye and kind of blow it out, and I feel like it would look really pretty. I'm going to take this warm brown shade right here and I'm going to put that in the crease. Kind of like skipping a little bit, but that kind of happens with this eye sometimes because I have really dry eyelids, so sometimes shadows skip a lot. So it's blending fine on this eye. I think it's just, this is my bad eye. I have trouble blending shadows out on this eye all the time. I don't know if it's just like my eyelid or something, but I do have trouble blending eyeshadows on this eye a lot. Does that happen to anybody else? Like, is that just me? Or like, do I just suck? Seems fine on this eye, so I'm guessing it's just my stupid eye. I'm just gonna keep building it up to see like how intense it'll get. Okay, so I just kind of blended it out. This one was a little bit harder to blend out like this eye. The shadows are nice, but like they obviously, like they're not the best eyeshadows I've tried. But anyways, I'm just going to add a little bit of a darker color on my outer corner. So I'm just going to add this like dark kind of plummy brown color. This shadow doesn't seem that pigmented because I'm kind of like pressing in it and it's not like super... Yeah, oh yeah, this one definitely feels a lot chalkier than the other ones. The other ones feel a little bit more butterier. Butterier? Is that a word? But we're gonna... Let's see, I'll try it on this eye since this is my better eye today. It's definitely not pigmented, like, at all. I mean, it is, like, there is pigment, but it's... When I see a dark shadow like that, I definitely want something darker than this. Get the brush I was using before and blend those two together. That shadow like does not blend. I'm just gonna leave it at that and just leave it alone. All in all, like, it's okay. I definitely really like the transition color, so I'll keep it for that reason. But and I like this color too. So I'm just gonna say it's an okay palette. I've definitely tried better eyeshadows in my time of doing makeup, but it's not bad. It definitely gets the job done. And if you like these kind of colors, these are very popular colors right now. The like lavender color kind of throws it off, but other than that, like, these 5 are very popular colors. So if you want something that has like those warm tones in it and it's super cheap, then I definitely would say pick it up to try it and see if it works for you. I'm gonna try a foundation. So I don't have a primer, like a face primer. I think Milani came out with one, but they were out of it at the store. So I'm just gonna use my baby skin for the time being. And let's just pretend that this is a new product, okay? This is actually like one of my favorite primers ever. Like, I still use this a lot. It has like a silicone kind of texture, so it kind of fills in pores and stuff. I picked up a new foundation that I saw at the NYX store as well, along with the palette. So this is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation, and I actually saw Orpha post this on her Snapchat. It looked really cool. I actually saw her post about it after I had picked it up, so I was excited to see that like somebody else was talking about it, because I hadn't seen anybody talk about it at all. So this just comes in like a dropper kind of bottle. Let me take it out of the packaging. I asked you guys on Snapchat if you wanted to see me use this foundation or the new Wet n Wild foundation, but most of you said this one, so I'll definitely use the Wet n Wild one in another tutorial or something. This is what the bottle looks like. It comes in like a little dropper, so you can control the coverage that you want. It says right here 2 drops is light, 3 drops is medium, and 4 drops is full coverage. So I'm gonna do 4 drops and see like how full coverage this is. I got the shade gold, no, what color is this? Oh, beige. I got the shade beige. It says shake well before using. So I'm vigorously shaking this. I'm gonna drop 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was like 5. I feel like this is not enough for my entire face. I feel like this is, oh, they showed, it came with a new brush. I didn't pick up the brush, so I'm just gonna use one. I am gonna use my Sigma Kabuki. This is the Sigma F80. It's just a flat top a flat top kabuki brush. It's actually kind of dirty right now, so let's just ignore that. This might be too dark. Definitely has a lot of coverage, but I can still kind of see my freckles, but it is covering like everything else. I am grabbing a couple more drops because I feel like my brush kind of soaked up the product. I like that you can kind of control the coverage that you want. It's definitely a little yellow or a lot of yellow actually. Not dewy or anything. It kind of feels like a natural finish. I'm taking some more drops. I wouldn't say that this is like super full coverage. I kind of just look like I have a yellow layer of foundation on my face right now. So like a second layer actually kind of covered a little bit more. Maybe like once the rest of my foundation or the rest of my makeup is done, maybe it'll look better. And this foundation was $14, I believe. Okay, so it definitely doesn't feel tacky or anything. But I just picked up product off of my face now that I did that by touching it, so it definitely needs to be set. Now that I have the foundation on, it looks okay. It's not my favorite foundation. So now I'm going to use the Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer. It's quick and buildable coverage, color corrects through light technology, minimizes the look of dark shadows and wrinkles, blends easily, and won't crease or settle into fine lines. It comes out in like the little squeezy tube kind of thing, so I'm just gonna put this under my eyes. I got the shade Light, I think. This little spongy thingy is really small. I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. Not bad. Looks really bright on camera, but I think it's just because the foundation is too dark for me. I'd say it covers pretty well. Honestly, it doesn't look bad at all. And it blends out really nicely. I actually kind of like this. Covered my dark circles really well, so I am impressed. Now it says it's not supposed to crease. I don't know how true that is, but we will see. I did pick up the new Wet n Wild powders, the Wet n Wild pressed photo focus pressed powder compact. I got 2 of them. I got Warm Light and Natural Buff. I think Natural Buff is too dark for me when I don't have a dark ass foundation on, but I'm gonna use the Warm Light one. I've heard really good things about this powder. It seemed really nice when I swatched it. Wow, I really like this powder, like a lot. It set my entire face and it doesn't feel dry, like it doesn't feel like it's gonna dry out my skin. I'm also gonna just set my under eyes with this too. I really like this powder a lot. It sits really nicely on the skin. It doesn't feel like it's gonna dry out my skin, considering I do have dry skin, so like a lot of powders make me feel like really tight, and this one doesn't. I wouldn't say it adds more coverage, but I like the way it feels. It helps eliminate white particle reflection, so no flashback. Tested under 7 light conditions, tested with top smartphone models with and without flash, so that's really good. And also Wet n Wild does not test on animals, so that's really good too. I don't have a new bronzer that came out or anything, so I'm just gonna use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I'm just bronzing up my skin. I love the way that this bronzer smells. I'm actually not going to contour my nose with this because it's going to be way too warm. So I'm just going to use my Makeup Geek powder. Makeup Geek is still really affordable, so don't hate me. I have to contour my nose with this. I can't contour with something, because nose contour can go really wrong really fast with something warm. I picked up this Milani Face and Eye Strobe palette. It is so pretty. When I saw it on the shelf, I was like, what is that? Like, I needed it. It's so pretty. It has like a blush, a really shimmery bronzer that I personally would not use as a bronzer, but maybe I'll use it as an eyeshadow. And then it also has a highlighter, which looks really promising and really bomb. So I'm really excited to try that. I'm just going to use the little blush part right here. Okay, I don't like this as a blush because it's way too shimmery. But I feel like it'd be a really pretty eyeshadow. I'm not going to use this as a blush. Use my Milani Romantic Rose blush though, because these are really nice and I like these, and they're matte. This is old. This isn't like new or anything. I'm just using it to keep this video drugstore related, I guess. I am going to use this highlight and I'm really excited because it looks really nice. So how many times did I just say really? Ooh, okay. So I'm just using this little top part up here. Ooh, yes, come through highlight. This looks so pretty. And it doesn't really seem like it emphasizes pores. It kind of just makes your skin look wet. Ooh, I really like this. Milani has really good products. I love them. I love Milani. I'm just gonna put that all over. I'm gonna put that down the center of my nose. Use my little Sigma fan brush. Okay, so now that I have the majority of my face done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna go back into this Lid Lingerie palette from NYX, and I'm just gonna grab the warm brown shade. This is actually a NYX pencil brush. I don't think they sell this one anymore. I've had it for so long, but I'm pretty sure they have something similar. Put this on my lower lash line. Yeah, I really like the warm brown shade. The only one I really had a problem with was like the chocolatey brown. And then I'm just gonna go back into the Milani little face and eye palette, and I'm just gonna take the shade that I used for highlighter and just put that on my inner corner. This is such a pretty inner corner highlight. I'm shook. I'm gonna put this on my brow bone too. I'm seriously shook. This little palette is so good. I mean, I wish the entire thing was a highlighter, but honestly, this will do. So I'm just gonna put on some mascara. I'm using the Covergirl So Lashy mascara. I think this is still kind of new. I know I've seen James talk about it recently, so I'm pretty sure it's still new. The brush is really strange on this. It's like the weirdest brush I've ever seen. That's what it looks like. It's really hard to like put mascara on because the brush is so weird. It just kind of lengthens them. I wouldn't say it does anything else other than length. It's definitely not volumizing them. Well, this mascara is not doing anything for me. So I'm just gonna put on some lashes. I think I still have some Ardel wispies, so I'm gonna put those on and then I'll be right back. So I put on some Ardel wispies. I feel really weird because I haven't worn these in a really long time, but we're gonna roll with it, so whatever. Got a bunch of the Wet n Wild liquid lipsticks. I'm gonna use the color Give Me Mocha just because I really like this color. So if this doesn't work out, I might use another color, but let's just see how this looks. These remind me of the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks, like the bottle and the shape of the wand too, so it's a little sheer like initially going on. It is really pretty, so let me see if I could add like another layer. Really liquidy, not like super liquidy. It definitely reminds me of the kind of formula of Jeffree Star, which is interesting. A second layer definitely did help a lot. Really like the color. It's kind of different than anything else that I have too, so I really like that. I'm gonna see if it kind of dries down because right now it's not dry. The layers definitely was like full pigment. First layer was a little sheer and kind of streaky, but once I put the second layer on, it was fine. And the thing that I like the most is that when you go like this, the color doesn't like transfer to the top or anything. And I think it's pretty set now, pretty much. So I actually really like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it, so I am pleasantly surprised. It feels really comfortable on the lips. It doesn't feel like it's gonna dry out your lips either. It doesn't stick together, so I like it. I think these were $4.99, so really impressed for something that's drugstore. Liquid lipsticks are kind of sometimes, so I'm really impressed. Let me just do like a quick rundown of everything. So I definitely think this is a good palette. The only one that I didn't like was the little, this color right here, like the chocolate kind of brown color, but everything else I think was really good. I think it's a good palette if you want to start off with makeup to kind of play around with it. These are really popular trendy colors, except for like this lavender color. It's kind of weird. I don't know why that's in there, but other than that, like the warm browns and like the transition color, you could definitely do an eye look with this. This NYX foundation is okay. I don't see anything like too special about it. $14 for a drugstore foundation is pretty pricey to me. Really liked the Wet n Wild powder, and I do like the Milani concealer as well. I think it did a really good job of covering any dark circles, and it did a really good job of highlighting my face as well. Really liked the Milani little face and eye strobe palette, mainly for the highlighter. I don't really like the other two, but definitely the highlighting part is really good. I really do like this liquid lipstick. It is really pretty. It's definitely dried down now. It's set, it's matte. It doesn't feel like it's gonna move around, and it just feels really comfortable on the lips. So I think for $5, these are really good. This is the color Give Me Mocha. I also picked up Goth Topic. I really like that name considering I used to work at Hot Topic, so I think it's funny. I picked up Nudist Peach, and I also got Nudie Patootie. Oh, I also got this one. This one is Nice to Fuchsia, so I got this color as well. I wanted to quickly say that Wet n Wild also has these new pigments out. They're loose pigments, and I've tried them already because I was super excited when I got them. They're so pretty. I swatched this one, which is Heart of Rose Gold, on Snapchat, and it was amazing. So I definitely recommend picking these up. I think they were $2.99. And then also Maybelline came out with new lipsticks as well, are the nudes. So I'm pretty sure you've seen them, like people posted about them on Snapchat and stuff. But this color right here called Raw Chocolate is definitely gonna be like my new favorite, I can already tell. And I love these Maybelline lipsticks. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I know a lot of people requested me to use a lot of the new drugstore products, so I wanted to go out and get them for you guys to try them out and let you guys know my opinions on them. So yeah, I will leave all the stuff that I use down below in in the description box, along with anything else that you guys need to know, discount codes, everything like that. Anyways, if you guys did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.